Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read you a story about a very, very funny topic. And I know that this word just makes kindergartners laugh and giggle and roll on the floor laughing. Our story today is Charlie's Superhero Underpants. That's right, boys and girls. I just said the word underpants, and I am sure you are laughing. So let's find out what happens to Charlie's superhero underpants. On a wild and windy day, round about the end of May, a great and gusting gale blew the washing clean away. Socks and vests, a woolly hat, but far worse than all of that, young Charlie's superhero underpants. I'm going to start like that, boys and girls. And look, boys and girls, there are Charlie's superhero underpants. I wonder if you can read the word that's on the front of them. And boys and girls, so his underwear say, "Pow!" As it soared into the sky, the washing billowed, flapped, and swirled, until it slowly scattered to all corners of the world. Though they searched for days and nights, with boats and planes and satellites, they found no trace of Charlie's underpants. So they're looking, boys and girls, but they cannot find Charlie's superhero underpants. They had "POW" across the front in giant letters, bold and black, with "Kerzap" and "Oof" and "Splat" a little smaller on the back. And villains would take fright as Charlie pulled his pants up tight, his scarlet superhero underpants. And boys and girls, scarlet is another color word for a deep red. So they have all sorts of signs looking for Charlie's superhero underpants. Charlie packed some sandwiches, some sardines, and some soap, a mirror, fan, and toothbrush, and a big brass telescope. "Don't worry and don't wait," he said. "I may be back quite late, but I've got to find my scarlet underpants." I wonder, boys and girls, if he is going to be able to find his scarlet superhero underpants. First, Charlie grabbed a ride with a band and a balloon, and they crossed the choppy channel to a bouncy, brassy tune. Then they saw a fine French fox wearing Sister Sophie's socks, but no sign of Charlie's underpants. So remember, boys and girls, he said that the wash was blowing all around the world. So you see the Eiffel Tower in the background? That tells us that he is looking in France. And there is the fancy fox wearing his Sister Sophie's socks. Charlie hiked across the endless plain of Serengeti, where the insects made him itchy and the sunshine made him sweaty. There he saw a lion with a stripy shirt and tie on, but no scarlet superhero underpants. Well, here he is in the Serengeti, and here's the lion wearing a shirt and a tie. That's silly. Charlie climbed and clambered up the plateau of Peru, where the breeze that blows at night makes you shiver through and through. He found a pair of llamas wearing Brother Ben's pajamas. but he couldn't find his scarlet underpants. So here they are in the mountains of Peru. And here is the llama wearing his brother Ben's pajamas. But no superhero underpants. Charlie searched the length of the mighty Mississippi, though the Mississippi's muddy and the mud's all soft and slippy. And an alligator sat wearing Grandpa's woolly hat, but it wasn't wearing Charlie's superhero underpants. So here he is in Mississippi. And here is an alligator wearing a hat from the wash that was hung up at Charlie's house. Charlie was fed up. He felt lonely, tired, and small on a steep and snowy hillside in the mountains of Nepal, when suddenly he saw in that land of ice and cold a huge and hairy creature, something wondrous to behold. Charlie blinked and rubbed his eyes. It couldn't be. It could. So here's Charlie looking, and he sees something. Hold on to your hats, boys and girls. For there, in Charlie's underpants, a Yeti proudly stood. So boys and girls, this is up and down the page. So I'm just going to move it up, and there's the Yeti wearing Charlie's superhero underpants. I'll try and hold the picture back here. Now you can see the whole thing. Is that silly? I really don't think that those underpants fit the Yeti too well. I wonder if he will give them back. My underpants, cried Charlie. They're the ones I love the most. But they're mine now, growled the Yeti, and they keep me warm as toast. I'll swap you, Charlie said. You'll be snug from toes to head if you give me back my scarlet underpants. So now, boys and girls, he's trying to make a deal with the Yeti. He's going to trade him something so he can get back his scarlet underpants. And what does it look like he gave him? Charlie thanked the Yeti, and he pulled his pants up tight. They had pow across the front, so he put them on just right. He raised one arm up high, and he flew into the sky in his scarlet superhero underpants. So here's the Yeti waving goodbye, and Charlie left him the shirt and tie. And here goes Charlie off in his superhero underpants. And at the end, there's a giant picture of his underpants. This is the back, boys and girls, and it says, Kerzap, oof, and splat. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our story about the funniest word in kindergarten, underpants. And I miss you, and I hope you're doing a good job at home, and have a great day.